I'm like, hi, Chihuahua. I, it's a Tuesday night. I had the really death level nausea for a couple of nights. And so it got out of my system. And I guess tonight I just, went normal, feeling normal. So I had a few, let's see, I had a cocktail. Did I have a beer? Did I have one beer? I'm not sure. I think I know I had a cocktail, which was a martini, dirty martini. I know I had a little bit of wine and another dirty martini. It wasn't two dirty martinis because each of them didn't measure up to a full one. So probably like 1 3/4 or 1.5. Enough. I'm not saying it wasn't enough or whatnot. The wine is just in little whatevers, but all of a sudden I'm looking and I'm like, dang, that little glass, like, I guess carries, holds a lot of wine. Anyway, so yeah, I'm having my water right now. I had went down to the bathroom and I was thinking about stuff. And I was making myself laugh and laugh and laugh about stuff. And it's stuff I can't tell you. You know why? I know you know why. Because I couldn't remember it on the way up. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I gotta remember it when I get up to like my phone. And all that, and I was like, I'm not gonna remember it, and I was like, oh, sure you will, but I was like, no, you won't. And I'm now in the no, you won't department, but it was really funny, like it was super funny, because, I can smile at something, but to get an LOL, like a real LOL, that takes a little more, obviously, you know what I mean? And I was getting LOL, before down the bathroom. I mean, I imagine, like, I'd have to ask Jerry Seinfeld this and, like, who else? Shit. What's his name? Jesus. Like, the biggest fucking comedic. Oh my God. Okay, I'm paused. Okay, that was a half a second pause because right after I paused, I was like, Chappelle. And I was like, he and Jerry Seinfeld. And then, because they're like the biggest two in my mind in this era and eras before. And I mean, obviously there were some really go-to comedians that I didn't follow. I love George Carlin now. I never knew him as someone growing up, but Chappelle and Seinfeld, like, they're upper echelon. That you don't get higher than them. You try, but you're not gonna. Anyway, I was like, but I'm talking about them and all other comedians. Like, do you, like, literally get to the bathroom where you have, like, you have some quiet time And because you told your family, you're like, if I go this way, that's my quiet time. You don't tell them like, I'm going to do this or this or that. You just like, that's my quiet time. And they all understand your quiet time or quality time. Quality time, quiet time, say it however you want it. Quality time is probably better. You know, everybody has said, let me have some quality time with myself. Oops. That's a whole other subject. But anyway, but yeah, do they all, I mean, is that where they get some of their like greatest bits? Like in the bathroom? Because I literally just went down to the bathroom and I got some quality bits too. That's a lot. In Bit World, right? Comedians out there. I'm laughing because I'm not even a comedian. And I couldn't remember the bits on the way up. Like I said, listen, you gotta remember these bits. Yeah, I was washing my hands. You gotta remember these bits. I was like, going upstairs. You gotta remember. And then is like, they left me. And all I can tell you is they were funny. They were super funny. So maybe I can make a bit out of that. I mean, I'm not a comedian, but it would be interesting to like try to be one when you really don't think you're one. Because most comedians, definitely Seinfeld, Chappelle probably too. I haven't gone back. I've seen Seinfeld like at the beginning of his career. Chappelle I have not seen at the beginning of his career. So I know at the beginning of the career, it's like you're fighting for the laugh. I mean, you're out there battling for the freaking laugh, and you're there to battle for the laugh. It's like you don't want to be in any other place. It's like what do they call it was it Roman or Greek times when the Colosseum was full and they let the freaking people out and the lions come like get them or whatnot. Didn't they do something like that? Like, but I mean, fucking comedians are like that. They're like the fucking Greek and Roman people in the, Colosseum, battling the tigers and the lions. Because they're going to get mauled, and they're waiting to get mauled, and they're waiting to get killed by the tigers and the lions and whatnot. And then, like, one or two of them, like Chappelle or Seinfeld, like, they kind of got scratched and mauled and it hurt, but it was like, oh my God, this is in my mind, so I gotta say it's my little wet knot. It was like a love scratch. It was like a screaming, like, sexual innuendo, like, feast scratch. So it made them want to work fucking harder for the next lions and the next fucking tigers. You know what I mean? And I'm guessing they both, I think they both have wives. So I'm guessing that, I'm just putting like 2 and 2 together. 2 and 2 plus 4. Anyway, point being, these motherfuckers, Chappelle and Seinfeld, I can't think of anybody else that would be left with the tigers and the lions in the Coliseum. Their bit worked. So they got a chance to do another bit in another Coliseum. And guess what? They got mauled a little and they got, like, kicked and scratched and, like it didn't feel good and whatnot. But they didn't die. So it was like victory, And that's how it kept going for the next, 20, 30 years. They went into the Coliseum. The lions and the tigers were let out of their pen they were hungry. Like, they hadn't been fed for 3 fucking days. And Chappelle and Seinfeld just fucking licked them. I mean, not literally licked them, but probably, because that's comedic. They probably literally licked the fucking tigers and the lions. And that's how they got their career. Okay? So any comedians like me, who, I'm not even a comedian, who thinks they want to do some bits or whatnot, they got to think of the Coliseum. They got to think of the lions and the tigers and the bears. I didn't mention the bears before. But they got to think of those things and they got to say, hey, if a lion and a tiger and a bear comes up to me and is giving me shit, is about to maul me and scratch me and, cut across that vein and cut across that neck vein and whatnot, can I throw out a bit that will make them back off and leave me for another bit? And I think that's the mindset that every comedian needs to have. Like, can this bit throw the lions and tigers and bears that are about to fucking eat my fucking ass? Can I back them up to say one more bit? And when I say one more bit, can they not eat my fucking ass? I mean, it doesn't have to be ass. It could be your head or their arms or whatever part of their body, whatever. But will they back up again? Because it's so funny. The crowd in this Coliseum is going off for me against the tigers and lions and bears. And then they get all kind of heroic, I would imagine. I'm talking about Chappelle and Seinfeld. Kind of heroic. Like, oh my God. Okay, these lions and tigers and bears came up to me. We're gonna eat me. And my bit worked. And then I was like, back off, buddies. I got one more bit. And then Chappelle and Seinfeld did their other bit. And the Coliseum exploded in laughter. And the fucking tigers and lions and bears backed the way back up to their cage. That's how fucking great Seinfeld and Chappelle were. In the Coliseum. That's how it went down. And I think they would say to any upcoming comedian, listen, throw your bit out there when you have a lion and a tiger and a bear in front of you. And if they don't fucking maul you to death, it's a great bit. Do it. Get out there. Make it happen. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Chappelle and Seinfeld. That's what I'm thinking they're going to say.